And Laroff. Pink chimes broke alertly. Latifa being asked for speed. Pleasingly in the mix as well. And differently down on the inside. Pleasingly with a head advantage on Latifa. And differently inside right there battling as well. Very contentious pace down the backside here. I Be Gone and Cosmic Chick. There's about 5 of them across the track. Down the backstretch. Now make it 6. Molly of Stratford coming back to her. She's off that very contentious pace. Dance My Way next. The first 8 or 7 or so are separated by probably about 4 or 5 lengths. Another 4 back to Bodie Odie alongside of Pink Chimes. Cosmic Chick has dropped back. Bent Halo second to last in the trailer. His first diamond as they round the forward turn. Differently and pleasingly, those two emerge from that contentious pace on the backstretch and hit the top of the lane 1-2. Pleasingly has a head lead. Differently inside. Back in second. Needs to counter punch. Dance My Way is coming with a nice rally. And also behind them is Molly of Stratford, who's coming down the extreme outside. Molly of Stratford has gone to the front with about a 16th to go, and Molly of Stratford's opening up. Molly of Stratford on the class drop for Team Asmussen wins it by about 2.5 or so. Dance My Way was second, pleasingly third. Photo for fourth, Pink Chimes, and differently.
And they're off. Off a little awkwardly was DJ towards the tail end of the field. Good speed from Rocco Strong, right out towards the front and no burn to the inside of that one. These two into that first turn together. At the rail is leading contender as they drift out there. That was Kuchar who drifted out just a touch, is in the 3 path, but DJ is going to be very wide here. A tough opening quarter for DJ, who is now rushing up to the outside, makes it 3 across the racetrack. In that second grouping there is I Am the Law, who's in 6, is 3 wide in that group. Second to last is going to be Alternate Reality with the trailer Mystic Knight. They start to sort themselves out. No Burn has got the lead. No Burn, 24.43 for that opening quarter mile. DJ, the big price, is out in the center of the racetrack, is now challenging for second, is in between horses. Here comes Rocco Strong. At the rail there is leading contender, is in the 4th spot, is a shared 4th there with Kuchar, who starts to progress now in the yellow blinkers. I Am the Law. Jose Gomez is in the clear, is back there in the 6th spot, is 3 lengths in front of Alternate Reality with the trailer at the back end of the field. Mystic Knight, 48-1 for the half-mile time. Down towards the inside is No Burn. To the outside, it's Rocco Strong. Rocco Strong and No Burn take them into the far turn together. Here comes the move from Kuchar, who's now in the 3 path, is coming after these leaders quickly. Up on the outside is DJ. At the rail, all in is leading contender, who's trying to rally on. Also trying to make up some late ground is I Am the Law from the back. Alternate Reality, nothing from Mystic Knight, who's tailed off. It's No Burn, who's still fending him off, and No Burn reaches the top of the stretch. The rail is open here for leading contender, who's trying to push on through. Center of the racetrack comes Kuchar, who's got some momentum. 4 across the racetrack as Rocco Strong is still in for the fight as well. It's Kuchar who's now challenging, and Kuchar's put a nose in front and now a full length in front. It's Kuchar who's sprinting away. Kuchar is now alone in first, is up by a length and a half. Rocco Strong, leading contender, No Burn, late run, I Am the Law. Kuchar's almost there. Kuchar with the 4 wins the finale. Kuchar wins it over leading contender. Then came Rocco Strong in a photo with No Burn in 1 minute 52 and 4.
9-1, Kuchar with the upset, an even money favorite, beat here in the finale.
Well, he was wide against the gold rail last time out. He didn't run as well as leading contender, but he didn't run that much worse. And leading contender was even money, and he was 9-1. We both picked him third. He was a solid price in here, and he got it done with outside trip. And you know I'm a big Manny Franco fan, and listen, he did draw the rail, to be fair. But we've just not seen horses gain momentum on the inside in the last couple days, and the momentum has been the outside runners. And I wonder a little, and he did shift out, and the post didn't help him, but I wonder a little bit if being inside hurt his chances.
Kuchar turning the tables on leading contender, finished ahead of him last time out, not by much though, with a tough trip. Only beat a half length. Second start back off the bench, and wins for Rudy Rodriguez, LSU Stables, and Ruben Silvera at 9-1.
Yeah, Ruben had a couple of nice wins today, and this one's not covered in the pick 6. Very odd that the 2, 4, and 8 weren't covered. Now, the 8 was a long shot, but I'm not exactly sure. First of all, this horse should have been half the price that he was. It's Ludacy that he was. You know, this horse lost by a half length last time to leading contender, and he had a wider trip.
9-2. Price coming down now on that 9, Life on the Nile. The apprentice, Joey Belmere.
It's Oaklawn. He can still be favored by the time the gates pop.
Matt Dinnerman with the call.
We're ready to go. Mile and a 16th to start the late pick 4. They're off. And going to the front, Life on the Niles got early lick. Absolute Courage close, and Work Order quicker than those two is in control early. Absolute Courage takes a hold of the bit, takes second. Life on the Nile 3 deep. Those three stretched across the track now as they go into the turn, with Boogie Bodie setting up shop right behind that leading trio. 2 off the pace and a good spot down on the fence. Another 2 back to Hard to Come By, racing alongside of Traffic Boss. Contrabandista in the white jacket, third last, with Humor Me Now a little bit keen on a hold. And Unstable Prince is third last. He's running 8 lengths clear of a pair that are well behind Assumption, Star Nation. Those two very far out of it down the backstretch, over 20 lengths behind. So they head down the backstretch run. Life on the Nile and Joe Belmer in front. Absolute Courage and Keith Asmussen from the inside, pressing a half length back. A gap of 2 to Work Order. Settles off the speed with a half mile to go, running in the third position. Next is Boogie Bodie, still racing alone. Hard to Come By stays on the inside. Traffic Boss, Unstable Prince are next. Humor Me Now begins a rally. On the outside is kept out of harm's way, running about 7 behind, attempting to pass horses now. Contrabandista shaken up third last, and then Stardation and Assumption, both runners never picked up their feet. Coming to the quarter pole, Life on the Nile is shrugged off. Absolute Courage, who calls it a day. Work Order takes the second position, and third Boogie Bodie riding the rail off the turn. Humor Me Now is on the extreme outside, still has to get going as they come down the lane. Boogie Bodie and Martine Schwann putting up a nice rally now, and they pass a weakening Life on the Nile, who's leg weary. Humor Me Now battling with Unstable Prince and Contrabandista, but Boogie Bodie has got it, and Boogie Bodie has won it. Boogie Bodie by about 3. Good battle for second. Life on the Nile held off Unstable Prince. Contrabandista was 4th across the line.
And they're off. Gemography breaks with early speed, and at the rail, there's Sagamore Mischief to join this early leader. Moving right towards the outside, Life Changers just off of them in third. And with that, Rivalist Thundurian is in the 4th spot. The 2 at the back, that's Beachwalker with the trailer, Lafitte's Fleet. Pace duel on the front end now as Sagamore Mischief moves right back to the inside of Gemography, and these two are well clear. They're now 4, 5 lengths clear from Life Changer. The 4 to 5 favorite is well settled in third, 23.41. Moderate fractions, but it is a pace duel up top. Thundurian moves to the inside of the favorite. They're still third and fourth. Beachwalker out wider in the red cap. The trailer continues to be Lafitte's Fleet. Gemography is now back in front by a neck. Sagamore Mischief is back to second. Here comes the run from Thundurian, and right there towards the outside, Life Changer's on that move as well. And Life Changer starts to make up some big ground after the leaders. Just behind that, Beachwalker is ranging up too. Lafitte's Fleet still the trailer, 46 and 4 for the half-mile time. Gemography continues to try to put away Sagamore Mischief. They haven't caught the top 2 yet. It's Gemography who's ahead in front. Sagamore Mischief. Here comes Beachwalker motoring down the center of the racetrack, and Beachwalker is catching him quickly. It's now Beachwalker and Isaac Castillo. They have thrust to the lead. Gemography is back to second. Late run here, Thundurian to the inside of Life Changer, but Beachwalker at 8 to 1 is 2 lengths clear. Beachwalker from off the pace gets the score. It's Beachwalker who wins it tight there for second. That was a late push there from Life Changer, and a photo with Gemography in 1 minute 24 and 3.
Well, the half of the entry that was scratched was the much more highly regarded, but Beachwalker gets the job done. Here's 7-year-old for David Jacobson.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have been 8 to 1 or something. I think he's a bit of an overlay, but I'll say it again. Handicapping David Jacobson accurately is really, you need a Ouija board to do it, because they run well for 1 week, run poorly after running well, they run well after running poorly, and to me, it's a guessing game with him. Maybe there's people out there smart enough to figure him out. I'm not one of them. If you needed the 6 for second, who was a massive overlay, took a tough beat getting nailed there by Life Changer. Life Changer had absolutely no excuse whatsoever, just not getting it done, maybe picking up second. No doubt about it, winner for a horse from a trainer. This horse, last time he ran, he was practicing the gate, but he got beaten 16 lengths, and even his time before.
Yeah. And And Laroff, Happy Mac from the inside, broke swiftly today and is up on the pace at 1. Sent along, shown some rain to get up there with the lead. And Happy Mac's in charge in the early part. Must Be Love moving up to apply the heat on the throat latch of Happy Mac. And these two square off down the backside. Square Deal running in third with Roman Giant. Awesome Family inside of that pair. Another length and a half to Easy Big Boy. A similar margin to the gray Blazing Road along with Mystery Band. Morning Snow is second to last. And Boldish has no early paces last as they charge around the fourth turn. Happy Mac goes off as the 3-2 favorite, clears off with 3 furlongs to go, opens up a length and a tail. Must Be Love in chase mode now, second, sent along after that leader as they round the fourth turn. A gap of 2 to Square Deal is pumped upon. Roman Giant under heavy pressure. Mystery Man's getting to the outside for the final stretch run, but needs to get going as they swing off the corner. Happy Mac switches leads under a confident ride here by Ramsey Zimmerman. Now the reins get shaken at him. He's on top by 2, and second Must Be Love's not going to get him. Outside Square Deal's running well at 15-1. Roman Giant battling 2 for that minor award, but Happy Mac is clear, and Happy Mac wins it convincingly. Roman Giant was second. Boldish from out of the clouds got third, just got up over Square Deal.
Happy Mac, Ramsey Zimmerman almost looked like toying with his field early on. I thought he might have lost the reins, it looked like. Maybe they were just incredibly loose, but yeah, this horse dominant.
He was also surprised to find himself just an easy lead, but that happened because the 4 didn't break. And if you're a speed and you think you can clear the lead and the horse doesn't break, you're basically screwed at that point. And that's sort of what happened to him right there. And Happy Mac instead, he broke like a shot, went to the front and controlled, and this race was over. And the odds got flip-flopped. The 4 was 8-5, and the 2 was 2-1 going to the...
In. All set. And they're off. It's a little tight there between Centavo and also McCallan. Now they're more settled. Rungus from the outside draw will cross over and does it pretty easily here. It's going to be Rungus to take him towards that first turn and taps on the brakes, and that's going to stack him up in behind. Tightly at the rail there is Midnight Trouble. Also in there is McCallan. It's Midnight Trouble just wrangled back in here as Beyond Best is in the clear, is now alone in second. Systemic Change is 3 wide in that second grouping, is in fifth. The trailer is Centavo. They're chasing Rungus and Ruben Silvera. It's a slow tempo up top. Half-length lead here on Beyond Best, who's stalking right here off of the pace setter. Midnight Trouble wants to go. Is right there at the rail. Is saving ground to the inside. McCallan to the outside of that rival. That's the leading 4. Just a touch wide there. Systemic Change is in the center of the racetrack, and the trailer is Centavo, and they are crawling 25-4. The posted opening quarter mile. Rungus at 8-1's got the lead. Another long shot towards the outside. Beyond Best, and Abner Nordo encourages this rival to move closer, back to within a neck of the leader. McCallan still in between horses, nowhere yet for Midnight Trouble at the rail. Systemic Change is still 3 wide in that group. Centavo's going to have to pass them all, and they went 50-4 for the half-mile time. Less than a half-mile to go, and Rungus is up top. Beyond Best is all in here from second. A lineup in behind that is chasing Rungus, who's on the front end. It's Systemic Change, who moves to the outside 4 wide. At the rail, Midnight Trouble looking for room. McCallan is in that tight group as well. Centavo is making up some ground, and here comes Centavo, who's going to be wide. Tightly bunched here as they approach a quarter mile left to go. Rungus is still in hand here, and Rungus now gets the cue to kick for home. Centavo, though, is rolling on the grandstand side, and Systemic Change is in between those two. It's Rungus approaching a final furlong. Systemic Change continues to chase. Centavo's now stalling after that move. It is all Rungus still. Rungus is fending him off. Systemic Change is a clear second. McCallan is rallying on, but running out of time. Rungus is almost there. Slow tempo, and Rungus will take him all the way. Rungus gets the win. McCallan up late for second. Systemic Change and Beyond Best in 2 minutes. 0.52 seconds.
Rungus with the upset score at 8-1. McCallan finally started to get going, but it was too late.
I guess when Eric Cancel is riding the supposed speed, it's easy for a rider who wants to be aggressive to get the lead, and you got to give Ruben Silvera credit. He seized the bull by the horns, and he was able to control in a race where he probably wasn't necessarily the fastest horse early. I give him a lot of credit for being aggressive and doing that. This has not been a running style that's been particularly effective the last couple days, but he did stay a little off the rail, and he was able to get it done, and I think what I said about McCallan proved to be true. You know, Manny tried to ride him to get him into position, which I can't can't blame him for doing. But he is just a weird horse, and somewhere around the 5/16 or 3/8, and he's probably a horse that doesn't run the turns very well. He just started to give up, and it felt like at that point, right, once again, he's going to be nowhere, and then he re-rallied and got second.
He's got some talent, though.
Oh, he has talent, but you're taking 4 to 5 on horses that do things that hurt their chances to win. That's the problem with it. I don't mind betting systemic change. He ran much better than you might have expected on paper. Looked for a minute like he was going to win it, or a few seconds at least. Just wasn't able to get it done. Dillon rode him well. He kept him outside. It's the way the race had been run. Just wasn't quite good enough. But the point with McCallum is...
And Leroff having to take up right at the start with Smarty's Angel, drops to the back of the pack. There's a lineup for the lead. Be My Huckleberry is there. Also, KJ's Pistol Annie in the orange colors. Coro Mandel, Miracle Shoes. Those 4 across the track. And look at that cavalry charge right behind them. Scrambling for the 4th spot. Samoria on the far outside is going to go up there and snatch that 4th position from KJ's Dixie Girl 2 into the turn. Pat's Gal down on the inside. Courageous Cap'n eases off of heels into that turn. A length to Thursday morning. Then Kittiara around the turn outside of her. Smarty's Angel is second to last, and Bootlegging Girl is the early trailer as they round the far turn. Coro Mandel emerges from the foursome up top, is clear by 2 around the far turn run. Samoria picks up the running in the second spot. Courageous Cap'n is following that move. Miracle Shoes is giving way on the fence. They're off the turn, and Coro Mandel's in front. Here's Samoria on the outside, poised to pounce. Courageous Cap'n trying to battle as well on the grandstand side. Samoria with the head lead. Courageous Cap'n leveling off outside of her. It's Samoria, Courageous Cap'n. Samoria, Courageous Cap'n can't get by. Who is it, folks? It's Samoria. Samoria won it over Courageous Cap'n, Coro Mandel, and Smarty's Angel. 2 wins for Rafael Bejarano today. Samoria did it as the favorite.
6 to 5, Samoria, the victory. Here's the 5th from Aqueduct.
And they're off. Good speed from Dream Away 7 right towards the front, and Dream Away 7 is going to be joined down towards the inside here from Run Devil, who now wants to challenge for the early lead. Also up on the far outside, there comes Suspended Campaign, is now going to be taken just off the paces. They are tightly bunched here, really stacked up as they come out of the chute. Run Devil has got the lead but has plenty of company. There's Suspended Campaign towards the outside of Dream Away 7. Down at the rail is Mia, Be a Star. Deep closers very close to this slow tempo. Cupid's Girl is in between horses, now in the 2 path. Is coming after this leader. The trailer is Halo City. It's Run Devil on an easy lead, 24-3 for the opening quarter mile. Run Devil is about to be joined to the outside here from Suspended Campaign. Cupid's Girl is in between horses. Losing a touch of ground there was Dream Away 7. Mia, Be a Star is the gray. Second to last, the trailer, Halo City. They work into the far turn. Run Devil trying to shrug them off. 48.46 for that half-mile time. Run Devil is still up by 3/4 of a length. Now being asked the question towards the outside, that Suspended Campaign, and a big long shot at 51-1 is with a half length of the leader. Here looming up on the outside is Katie Davis with Dream Away 7 there on the move, 3 wide. Losing some ground was Cupid's Girl. Towards the back, Halo City, Mia, Be a Star. They reach the top of the stretch. The favorite's got the lead at the top of the lane. The big long shot is chasing this leader. Run Devil, here comes Suspended Campaign, and now straightening up is Dream Away 7, but Run Devil's finding more to the inside. It's Run Devil, and here's that new challenger from Dream Away 7 catching with every stride and passing. Dream Away 7 has taken the lead. It's Dream Away 7 now inside the final 16th. Dream Away 7 is up by a length and a half and drawing away. Dream Away 7 is your winner. Run Devil second, then Suspended Campaign, and Halo City in 1 minute 39-1.
Dream Away 7, Chris Engelhardt, Katie Davis the win.
Yeah, and it was an oddly run race as Ruben Silvera really backed it down early, and they went kind of slowly, and they ended up being a bit of a slow race, but these aren't top-of-the-line horses. And kind of bunched the field. A very interesting ride. You got to give Ruiz credit. He outran her odds, right? With the 8 Suspended Campaign. Yeah. Got a horse that has no speed at all to be sort of up close. I mean, this horse is so slow. The time for pace projector doesn't even have the horse listed and says deep closer. And Katie Davis got that early position, drifted back a little bit, stayed towards the outside. And, you know, we've had a track the last couple days. I don't want to say it's a dead rail, but it does feel like it sort of has a bit of an outside flow to it.
Seemed that way yesterday.
Yeah.
Seeming that way again today. Dream Away 7, Katie Davis, you know,